What if I leave them? It's such a weird idea, but if I leave these two to go over to a specific place. Yeah, if they go by Kamagata High School. So Mio, Kurisuzu, and Yako Sakazaki decide on their next location to investigate. And since they're there now, after deciding that, I go here, and then I be like, let's go to Komagata High School at 9 a.m. Is that how that works? Because if so, that's insane. There you go! You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro! That's what I had to do? That is so fucking funny. There they are! That's pretty good, I guess. That was a nice way to solve that little puzzle. That's a lot of work. That's basically just a weird puzzle, like, oh, I wonder how this works. Oh, just have these two be here, and then go immediately back here. You sick bastards. Anyway. Huh? That's... Boss? What is it? You want to talk to those girls? Not really. No, I do. We have to talk to them. Yeah, I do. This is divine intervention. We were brought here for a reason. Come on, Ariel. Huh? What? Oh, maybe it's a little, hairband. Hey, aren't you, you must be the high schoolers skirting the child labor laws who I've heard so much about. What the fuck are you talking about? Sorry about that. He's with me. Mr. Tsutsumi, if that's how you feel, maybe you should look into improving my work conditions. You actually pay me and all that, that'd be nice. I prefer not to work for free, to be honest. Don't worry about that. If you help us out, you can have whatever you want. Boss's treat. Wait. Really? Thank you so much. I've always wanted to go to a fancy sushi place. Oh yeah, like one of those places in Ginza I've never been. Let's go. We got ourselves a deal, right, boss? The girls are at our service. Hold on now. What just happened? I never said I'd sushi. Looking forward to it, boss. Wait, since when were you included? You guys are funny. You should do stand-up. Oh my god. Well, this is one hell of a coincidence, huh? That this random girl you know is already involved with the case. What's up with our surroundings? Forensics still investigating the area. I don't want to bring these kids to a place like this. Too many onlookers outside for us to speak comfortably. Besides, it would be good to have Mio look around the scene too. I thought this person was jumping out a window. I was like, huh? Is there a bird here? If there is, I can't find it. Huh? You want to talk to me? You're probably better off asking Mio. No, I'm not suspicious at all. So, how much you've been able to figure out? Well, I know what happened around midnight last night. Someone invoked the Feast of Shadows, which boosts the power of curses, then brought forth the 7 mysteries of Honjo. That allows even those who do not have the power to cast curses to gather soul tricks for the rite of resurrection. Yeah, okay. Hear it. Although it is kind of low. Since it's a visual novel, not really a lot of noises happen. Let me just increase the audio. At least that's my hypothesis.
Sounds about right so far. As I'm sure you know, there are actually 9 mysteries, not 7. When the Feast of Shadows was cast, the curse stones appeared before those who wanted to write, at the locales of the 7 mysteries. We managed to gather 3 curse stones so far, including the one I got first, the Evergreen Beach.
You got 3 already? Wow. We had the curse stone of the Fool's Procession. Well, Yako, the girl standing behind me, does. That's me! Yako, the girl standing behind me.
She does? Is she alright? We could take it off your hands.
Well, the Feast of Shadows has no effect during the day, and there's still something I want to find out.
Alright, I'll leave the Fool's Procession with you two then. You know, the 2 high school girls.
Sure. Thank you. Please keep collecting the other curse stones. I'll be looking for a way to stop the Feast of Shadows. You got it.
Okay, got it. That should make things go more smoothly. What about the other curse bearers? Have you run into any of them?
Well, last night at school...
You were here last night?
Yes. You see...
Huh.
You two were using the spirit board? That's so cool.
So that's when you ran into the curse echo. I'm glad you survived the encounter.
Somehow we managed to get away without accidentally setting it off. The curse echo we saw took the shape of a woman missing an arm and a leg.
What? A woman missing an arm and a leg, that's...
the one-sided read. It actually could be the one-sided read, hang on. Storage files. I don't want to look like a loser in front of this person. He cut off the arm and leg of one side of her body and drew them in the canal ever since then. Yep, the one-sided read.
The one-sided read. This is bad.
Huh? What's about that one? Dude, have you not been paying attention?
You idiot, think. The curse bearer of the one-sided read is...
Fumichika Nijima.
Fumichika Nijima. He admitted it himself. That's his curse.
Oh, that's right. Wait, but if that's the case...
Nijima might have been here last night.
What?
I mean, it's possible he was lying to us, but...
What? Who's Nijima? No clue. Should probably ask them. They weren't even born back then. They were like, I don't know what the hell that is. Nope. She does not want to. Okay, you're talking to Mio. The Fumichika Nijima.
So Nijima is trying to take advantage of the Feast of Shadows for his own nefarious purposes.
Huh? He said he's going to massacre the city at sundown today? And he's trying to get to your daughter, too.
That's why we've been trying to find him, but to no avail. Honestly, this information has been the most useful we've gotten so far. So just to be sure, could you tell me who else was at the school last night?
Well, as far as we know, there was Mr. Jinochi and one of our classmates, Hitomi. Don't forget Ome and Ashimiya. Wait, Hitomi? You mean Hitomi Okuda? Second year student? Well, yes. Why?
Boss. So she was here last night. Oh? We'd make a mistake?
I saw Hitomi earlier, though, and she didn't seem like a curse bearer to me.
You did? Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Would you mind if we asked you a few questions about that?
Hitomi said she didn't want to talk to the police because she was afraid she'd become a suspect. So I can't tell you anything unless you swear you won't drag her into this.
Ah, I see. Don't worry, this is about a different matter.
A different matter? You mean about the police officer, Mr. Yoshimi? You know about that? Did Hitomi say something about him? Yes, she did, actually. You're just trading information right now. Okay, let's talk about Hitomi, since we are on that trainer topic. Hitomi did say that Mr. Yoshimi entrusted her with something. He did? What was it? Yoshimi gave her a talisman? Yes, apparently he also asked her to look for another one just like it, one that Michio had. What kind of talismans could they be, boss?
Doesn't ring a bell. But if Yoshimi was talking about them with his dying breath, they must have been pretty important.
Did they find the talisman on Michio where her body was found?
I'll check. But if they did, Yoshimi would have had plenty of time to retrieve it before he died.
Right. Which, consider giving us Hitomi's contact information. I'd like to talk to her about this talisman. I'm not sure. She never opened up to anyone except Mr. Yoshimi. I'm no good, huh? I was friends with Mr. Yoshimi, though.
She's never met you, though.
You don't seem like a too bad of a guy. Not all that scary for a cop. But I doubt that'll be enough for her. She really doesn't want to end up becoming a suspect. To be honest, she was even a bit wary of us.
Well then. Do you think she talked to Yoshimi's fiancé? Haven't they met before?
Oh, they have! She told us about that. Yeah, she might be willing to talk to her.
Alright, then we better find her fast.
You haven't been able to reach her? That's a little worrying.
It's a little worrying, yeah. Things aren't going well. Mayu Chuzawa. We'll let you know as soon as we manage to contact her.
Okay, I'd be willing to give you Hitomi's contact information to her. Oh right, one more thing. Hitomi told me that Mr. Yoshimi gave her instructions in the event that something happened to him. He told her to give the talisman to Mr. Nakagoshi from the police headquarters.
What? So it was a Nakagoshi case. How would Yoshimi tell her that?
Could you check on that?
I will, but... well, I don't know if they'll pick up when I call.
Is he with Paranormal Affairs Bureau?
Oh yes, Nakagoshi's the chief, but he's almost never in, so I don't really know the guy. To be honest, I'm not even sure he even exists, or if he's just a figurehead. I've never spoken to him myself. All of Paranormal Affairs' cases are referred to as Nakagoshi cases.
I see. Jeez, what's up with that? I mean, it's a mysterious place with mysterious people, I guess. The amulet Hitomi was looking for may be a missing puzzle piece to this mystery. That's enough about that. We didn't really talk about Fumichika and Nijima. If we're talking about people who were at school last night, there was one more person, though. I'm not too clear on the details.
There was someone else?
Apparently Hitomi saw Mr. Jinochi getting cursed and killed last night.
What? Talk about some vital information.
What she said happened was...
Michio was the one who killed Mr. Jinochi? Are you sure it was really Michio that she saw?
Well, that's what she told me. I wasn't there.
That must mean there was another curse bearer here last night. Jinochi was killed by a curse, so someone had to have been there, whether it was Michio or not.
Damn, boss. Do you think it really could have been Michio's ghost? I mean, based on what we've heard, she does have plenty of reasons to be vengeful.
I mean, I guess, yeah. Calm down. Just because the paranormal exists doesn't mean that just anything is possible. It's still possible that Nijima was behind Jinochi's death.
But what about Hitomi's story?
About this janitor. Ashimiya, was it? How old is he? Do you know how long he's worked here?
Huh? Why are you so interested in him all of a sudden? I only just transferred to this school though, so I have no idea. He's around 50 years old. He came to our school about half a year ago. No one knows what he did before, so there are all kinds of rumors about him.
I see. Thanks. I think I'm starting to get a better picture of all this.
Huh?
Listen up. It's not uncommon for former prisoners to find work under an alias after their release. The notoriety attached to their former name can get in the way of proper rehabilitation, you see.
What are you? No way.
Ariel, have the officers apprehend the janitor. He worked the night shift, so he might still be in the overnight room.
Yes, right away.
He's not there, is he? That'd be too easy.
Boss, bad news. Apparently the room's been empty all morning. Sounds like they'd been looking to question Ashimiya too, but couldn't find him anywhere. No.
That all but confirms it. There's one more thing to check. Are there any photos of this Ashimiya?
The old man seriously hated getting his picture taken. He'd always avoid it.
That's definitely fishy. Ariel, call an urgent search for Makoto Ashimiya. We can't let him get away.
Yes, sir. I'll contact headquarters right away.
Well, at least we are on to that.
Oh my. I didn't expect all this at all. Yeah. How could that old man have been some horrible criminal mastermind? I can't believe it. And a curse bearer on top of that? To think he was so close to us this whole time. It gives me chills.
Yeah, that would be really creepy.
A guy like that really shouldn't have been allowed to work out of high school.
Let's hope it isn't already too late.
Oh! I may have shown Ashimiya my curse stone last night.
What? I don't like this one bit. Nijima did say he wasn't specifically targeting curse bearers, but...
I'm glad nothing happened to you. Wait, but then... Who could it have been old man Ashimiya who attacked you in the hall? Could it have been old man Ashimiya who attacked you in the hallway? I almost told him that you were still in the building too. What? You did? Yikes. Good thing I didn't say anything. Otherwise you would have been dead and chopped up into pieces. That would have been really fucked up. I wouldn't be able to survive that stress.
You might have gotten very lucky there, kid.
This is too much. I hope they find him soon. Come on, long arm of the law, help us.
Oh, maybe. Apparently the long arm of the law couldn't fucking keep track of this dude.
What about the Feast of Shadow Mastermind, huh? To put a stop to the Feast of Shadows. It would help if we knew more about how the curses of these 7 mysteries first came about.
In that case, you're probably best off talking to the crabby researcher guy.
You mean Mr. Araishi? I would very much like to talk to him.
Right. He's a teacher here too, isn't he? You would know him already. You might be more inclined to talk it if it's one of his students doing the asking.
Do you know where he is?
I do. We tried to talk to him, but he refused to cooperate. Well, you two should give it a try. He's at his usual cafe working on his papers.
The cafe. Oh, Koikikyo Cafe in Kamizawa. Thanks. We'll head over there right now. School rules say we're not allowed to go to cafes, though. Also, I guess that's why there's no outfits.
Don't worry about it. I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Huh. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
There must be a mastermind behind everything. Someone who orchestrated this all for a reason. I want to find out why. What was that thing you mentioned about Michio earlier? Something about a grudge. Do you know anything about her? What's your relation? I'm her friend. I was actually planning to resurrect her at first.
I see. We gained quite a lot of information from you two. It's only fair we share as well. Tell her, Ariel.
Alright. Keep in mind that this is just a theory, though. Okay. After re-examining the crime scene, Yoshimi concluded that Michio's death wasn't a suicide, but a vehicular collision. Wait, what? An accident? Being hit by a speeding truck or van would have resulted in similar injuries. The investigation was ordered by Yoshimi, so it seems he had his doubts about it being a suicide. What? A van? Speeding?
Oh.
Yako, what's wrong? Are you okay?
Is she having a memory? What the fuck's happening? Oh,
Are we Michio possessing her? Is that what this whole decisions is going on right now? A van speak. Yako? Van, there's a young man in the driver's seat. In the passenger seat. A woman? What the fuck? Ouch! Yes? Wait, was I? Are you back now? How do you feel? You're covered in sweat. Yeah, I'm okay, I think. Sorry, I went a little crazy there. It's no problem, as long as you're okay. That was quite a surprise, though. Maybe there's a reason why it's 3 characters. I would go to the story chart, but what if us as the player character is 3 separate ghosts possessing the main characters and trying to help them and influence them into the right path? So, and the 4th character was well, our first main character, but I don't know what ghost would possess him, since... Okay, but I can think if it's Michio possessing her. I don't know who would possess the detective here. But the mom, I know who would possess her. Is the son who died. So that I know. What's that rope all about? It indicates where Jinochi's body was found. They've moved his body, but this way we still have an idea how it was found. Yikes, that's a little gross. You can even see how his arms and legs are all, ugh. Cool it, Ariel. You're scaring her. What the? Oh, the game just stopped. What the fuck was that? Again, Nintendo Switch 2 is being possessed. Oh no. This kind of stuff is a little much for a kid. Hey, I'm pretty sure she only asked because you were staring at it so intently. Hang on. Don't mind the games that I bought that were on sale. I need to check if it's all synced. It seems good. All right, that was weird. I always worried it was unsynced for some fucking reason. Oh, there's the fiance at the bottom left there, so she could be alive. You should probably stop looking at this. Actually, it's probably spoilers. All right, that's enough, Mio. What do you think? I knew it. The second I looked at the scene, you're right. Traces of a curse still linger here. I figured as much. Does that mean Jinochi was killed by one of the curses of the 7 mysteries? Yes. A strong curse like that always leaves behind a trace. Wow, Mio, you're so calm. Are you used to this kind of thing? I wouldn't say I'm used to it. It just comes with experience, I guess. No. I've heard some stories about you. Didn't you investigate a gruesome scene where someone had to be killed by a paranormal attack without even breaking a sweat? Stop it, Mr. Tsutsumi. She's going to get the wrong idea. Wow, that's amazing. Mio, you're a professional. You think? Totally. You're cool even in the face of death. That's awesome. When you put it like that, I'm not sure how awesome it is. So a curse was used here, which means the curse bearer must have been in the scene too. Why can you still click on it? Maybe we have to look at it later. So this is Yako Sakazaki. She was Mio. Could you be a friend? Did Mio finally make a friend? Did Mio finally make a friend? Wow. If she did, it would do this old man's heart good. But I better not say that out loud. Don't want her to make it look bad. Yoshimi talked to you about Michio, didn't he? Well, he didn't give me any specifics, if you're wondering about that. So I don't know what was truly on Michio's mind either. Right. Do you have any idea why Jinochi was so scared of Michio? Well, about that, I'm not sure how exactly to put this, but... I see. Well, I have expected it was something like that. Thank you for telling me. Sorry. It's hard to explain.
I wonder what he got his hands on to be able to blackmail her like that.
Michio, what happened?
Miyoko Isuzu. She's like a disciple of the Paranormal Affairs chief. I've heard that she helps out with investigations free of charge under the guise of training. Although she's my old boss's protege, she helped me out plenty while I was in Paranormal Affairs. She may look meek, but she's got a strong spirit sense, sharp instincts, and courage. Plus quite the brain to back it all up. That said, I can't help but think there's some kind of darkness following her around. It's usually easier to let Aereo do the talking, but when it comes to young people, I only have a day. It'd be quicker if I took the reins this time. But he didn't manage to win them over with the promise of food. Let's see how this plays out.
Is there anything else to talk about?
Jinochi was almost definitely killed by a curse, but I wonder about the exact cause of death. If the curse's origin and the cause of death are connected, it could give us another lead.
Hey boss, Forensics is calling. I'll go see what they have to say.
Sure, thanks.
Boss, they found this on the ground a short distance away from the scene.
What is that? A ribbon?
Yeah, the kind you see to use to tie up your hair. What? I've seen that ribbon before. You have? Go on then. That's the ribbon that Michio always used to wear.
What?
Doesn't that mean that Michio was here? No, I mean, it has to be just some random girl who, for some reason, has Michio's ribbon, though. It is a little odd.
Are you sure?
Definitely. I have the same one at home. We bought them together. That has to be hers.
Then, she did come back to life somehow?
But how? I don't know if that's true. It's possible. If I was Michio and I came back to life, where would I go?
That's the question. She got her revenge on Jinochi, but she may have more revenge to dish out.
Is there anyone else she'd have a grudge against?
Well, but the guy who killed her in the collision.
If she really did come back to life, then it's terribly sad that she's spending her new chance at life like this. Being obsessed with revenge is such a tragic way to live. I believe we got all the information. We traded it all. I'm afraid that's all we can tell you.
Don't worry, you were a big help. Thank you. We should start our search for Nijima and Mayu Chozawa.
It might be worth to check out Michio's house as well, just in case.
Let's use the school as our base of operations. If anything happens, go to one of the officers hanging around here.
Got it. Thank you, and good luck. We'll go talk to Mr. Araishi about a way to lift this curse. Alright, boss. Let's get to going wherever you're ready. Alright, talk to these two.
I'll leave the curse lifting to the girls while we'll go look for Nijima and Chozawa. Also a matter of Yoshima's talisman. But we won't get anything done staying here. We better get a move on.
Oh, alright, we've unlocked 2 things. We can meet the other characters, but let's talk to this guy first, so we'll go with the girls. The Rite of Resurrection is the inception of this whole affair. Yako and Mio decide to confront the man responsible for spreading rumors of it in the first place, Hideki Araishi. They find him at his frequent stomping grounds, the Kurikikyo Cafe. Okay, I say that, but actually, food is ready. So I'm just gonna start this, and then we'll I should just take a break because I'm willing to stream more of this. I just need to take a food break. Kurikikyo Cafe.
So, like, what we could just do is save. I'll save here. Leave it on this. Back after eating, and now, let's continue. These girls are questioning this grown man who has probably caused the deaths of many people inadvertently, or maybe overtly. Yeah, I think he did actually kill somebody with his little curse thing. That asshole. Alright then. You know, normally you'd be breaking school rules just by stepping foot in the cafe. I'll be in hot water if you lied about having permission from police. Remember that. We know. It'll be okay. Stares at me. So, what did you want to ask me? First of all, look at this amazing cafe. No one is here. Look at the architecture. It's really nice. A cafe I've never been to one before. How exciting. It's pretty smelly inside because of the cigarette smoke, but... The Kurikyo Cafe. A coffee shop on South Wadagasui Street, Kurikyo Cafe's convenient location has made a favorite businessman in the neighborhood. Although formerly a relaxing location where classical and jazz music were played, the cafe has begun incorporating some pop songs in its playlist at the request of the customers. The most popular menu item is a pilaf served with black coffee, although cream sodas topped with large scoop of ice cream is also a popular choice. Fashionable cafes featuring jazz and live performances were in vogue until the mid-Showa era. Live performances, that sounds awesome. That sounds like that one cafe in Persona 5 Royal, where you go with a catchy. It's like, yes, I frequent this cafe, it's pretty great. Wait a minute. Damn it. It's frozen. It's a good thing I caught this real quick, but for some reason it is frozen. Why is it frozen? Why did it freeze? I didn't even... Huh. That's annoying. That's me figure something else. For some reason it's just frozen. Wait if I turn off the switch and then turn it back on. You didn't miss anything, so I don't need to edit it out. Thankfully. No, it froze! What the fuck? Don't do this to me! There we go. Oh no, the cafe is gone. So I get for moving around the thing. Okay, well that was annoying. It froze, but it's no longer frozen. I just need to be sure that it's, however, not unsynced. SH. Yeah, it's good. Alright, so it didn't unsync, but for some reason it froze while being paused the entire time. I don't know why. Awesome. Awesome. The audio seems good. Okay, culture and society. Wish it was in alphabetical order. There we go. We were reading this. Okay, so I may edit this out, or edit that part out where I figured out that the screen was frozen for a bit, but you really didn't miss anything, so I don't need to redo that all, so that's fine. Yeah, I was saying, it's like Persona 5, live performance jazz. That's cool. until the mid-show era, when the number of cafes offering a carefully brewed cup of coffee in a relaxed atmosphere began to increase. Many of these locations also have public telephones, making them convenient meeting places. However, they also develop a reputation as hangout spots for delinquents, leading a large number of schools to forbid their students from patronizing them. Which is, I was about to say, it's weird that students are allowed in cafes, but I guess that's why. What a weird law. In recent years, table arcade games have become a big hit, affording cafes installing them a steady stream of customers. Up. There we go. Yo! Mockingbird 8. It's the Sparring Sparrow Brothers. Sick. Anyway, about my curse stone. Yeah, go, if you would. Right. We wanted to ask you about this. Oh my! A curse stone! An Okami mask. That must mean the Fool's Procession. You two were at school last night. Damn! There of all places. Yeah, go. You're one of them. You're a curse bearer. Please calm down, Mr. Araishi. Your reaction is too intense. It's kind of scaring me. Sorry about that. I'm afraid I got ahead of myself. Ooh. What is it you wanted to know about your curse stone? What would be the best way to approach this? Flattery is sent to be ego, I guess. It's just a brilliant teacher like you must know an awful lot about these curse stones. Well, it's true that I am likely the person most well versed in this matter. You're the only one we can count on, Mr. Araishi. Won't you help us, please? Not the hands in the cheeks. Wow. This guy's so stupid. Oh, am I now? In that case, there is no harm in hearing what you have to ask. Thank you. Let's see. Why is everything with the Rite of Resurrection and Seven Mysteries curse stones happening now? Oh, taking an interest now that you've received one of the curses, have you? You sound like a researcher starting your questioning with your research subject's origins. Mr. Araishi, you're not the one who triggered the curse, are you? Yeah. Are you the one who triggered the curse, man?
Are you? Yeah. Are you the one who triggered the curse, man? Are you?
I'm trying to test the audio. It could be a little lower. Alright. No, I'm afraid I had nothing to do with that. Rather, I wasn't even attempting to do so in the first place. Completing the rite itself has nothing to do with my research. Then, do you know of the ancient Omyodo ritual known as the Feast of Shadows? What is that? Something from the occult? Mr. Kurasuzu, you look like the type to be interested in those things, but it's outside of my field of expertise. In that case, why do you think the rite and the curses have appeared now? I believe this is the intentional work of someone. It's certainly not something that would happen by accident. Why is it you want to know? Well, he may not be tell us anything else if we say that we're trying to stop the curse. We need to make something up. Right. Make something up. Awesome. Love the make something up button. Well, you see, we just have such intellectual curiosity, and think it could really help your research. I see. Now that you mention it. Seems like he's reluctant to answer. Then how about... Act disappointed. Oh, we figured you would know since you're so smart. How disappointing. How dare you? You make it sound like I'm stupid. You couldn't be more wrong. Do you realize how devoted I am to this research? Allow me to first elucidate to you regarding the author of the Record of Fates. A special privilege, I might add, since I have yet to publish this in a paper. Yeah, okay. The Record of oh man, we have a slideshow and everything. The Record of Fates was written 200 years ago in the latter half of the Edo period. It was written by a skilled but little-known onmyoji called Seimin Tsuchimikado. This is important stuff, if nothing else. Remember this. Seimin Tsuchimikado. I've never heard of him. I'm sure you haven't. He was born into a famed onmyoji family, but split away to practice forbidden arts in secret. He used whatever name was most convenient for the situation, so his real name barely exists in records. Oh, so he's like Kinjaku. So it is written in the Record of Fates. Huh. As brilliant as Seimin was, he was also an eccentric. He delved into researching the Rite of Resurrection, a legendary forbidden ritual that had never been completed. However, by involving himself with this forbidden ritual, he was expelled from his family, and eventually found himself in Honjo in Edo. The Record of Fates are the writings of Seimin recorded on the road to Edo. I see. So he wrote how to perform the rite itself. The Rite of Resurrection makes use of Abe no Sueme's specialty, the Taizen Fukin ritual, a means of communicating with the afterlife. He uses soul drugs to replicate the soul of the dead spirit that has been called. Oh, wow. I never knew something like that existed. Thus, it is thought that the only ones who can use it are those with the ability to turn human souls into dregs in the first place. So the Rite of Resurrection calls for the ritual to be performed in advance. Then when the soul dregs are gathered and infused with the wish of whoever is performing the ritual, it can be completed. The contents written in the Record of Fates end there. There's no more? What about the 7 mysteries or the curse stones? There's nothing written about them in the Record of Fates. The curse stones are separate in the Rite of Resurrection. Their curse is one used to enable who is unable to perform such rituals to be able to use the rite. It's like a tool, basically. Huh. That's familiar to what Mio said, actually. The Onmyoji. An officially appointed government position with... I actually tried to look this. I had to Google this before, but why not? With the Bureau of Onmyo in medieval Japan. Onmyoji were tasked with performing divinations and rituals. They would employ the Chinese philosophies of yin and yang and wuxing, the 5 elements, to compose astronomical charts and almanacs. Oh, that's nice. American practitioners use a variety of mystical arts, including ones that brought natural disasters and curses. Oh, that's not nice. Onmyoji were tasked with exorcising demons through the usage of shikigami. Onmyoji thrived during the Heian period, in part due to the work of the famous Onmyoji that later founder of the Sumikado clan, Abe no Seimei. However, Onmyoji began to gradually decline in number after samurai gained control of Japan. At the same time, many of their miraculous arts were lost along the development of civilization. Although the services of Onmyoji were typically reserved for the upper class, there were a number of shomonji, or hidden Onmyoji, who worked for the common folk. Understood. I can summon the Shikigami, that's crazy. I can summon Maharaga. That's what happens when you summon the Rite of Resurrection. Maharaga comes out and kills everybody. How are the 7 mysteries related to the rite? Excuse me, Mr. Araishi? What is it, Miss Kotosuzu? You published a theory before the incident took place. It said that the Rite of Resurrection and origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo are related somehow. What proof did you have of that? You really know your stuff. But about that, I was somewhat sensationalized piece written for occult magazines. Oh, really? It was just nonsense then. Wow. Way to go, man. Not exactly. Rather, it's not a complete fabrication. There is a basis for it. And that is... Well, I suppose there's a home telling a couple of students so passionate about the topic. Thank you. This is something I discovered from referencing numerous texts related to the Record of Fates. It was just after Seaman arrived in Honjo. There are records of conflict over a ritual used to resurrect the dead in Honjo. Aha. A conflict over resurrecting the dead. I don't know the details. A man enticed the public with claims of a spell that could resurrect the dead, causing a conflict that ended tragically with 9 dead. 9 dead, huh? That sounds like the 7 mysteries of Honjo, there are 9 of them. That is the only remaining reference. 9 people fighting over a resurrection ritual. I call this tragedy the Honjo incident, and it has long been the subject of my research. I suspect that the Honjo incident might be the very origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. So, what you're saying is, the resurrection ritual at the root of the Honjo incident is Seaman's rite of resurrection? Yes, that is how the Record of Fates ties everything together. To put it in chronological order, first Seaman brought the rite of resurrection to Edo. We can assume that by this point, Seaman was likely using a different name. Then in Honjo, 9 people fought to the death over this rite, the Honjo incident. After that, the incident was covered up by an interested party, preventing it from being recorded in history fully. Eventually, it was passed down in incomplete pieces, becoming known as the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Huh, okay, so that makes sense of what that all is. That's more or less the course of events. So this game theory is bringing up the idea that, okay, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo, what if they were all connected to this dude who was like, I made a rite of resurrection, and also the people fought over it in order to resurrect the dead. During the Edo period, a chain of events that occurred around a certain resurrection spell became the basis for the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. The Rite of Resurrection. As indicated by its name, this manuscript holds detailed instructions how to perform a secret art of reviving the dead. The forbidden ritual that is said to have devised once famous Myoji local researcher Hideki Araishi recently discovered the manuscript. According to the Record of Fates, the mysterious ritual was devised and gifted Myoji Abe no Seimei. It converts the souls of the dead bound for the underworld with soul dregs collected as sacrifices through the Taizen Fukun ritual. The secret art of converting souls to soul dregs is out of reach to all but the most skilled practitioners. So that's how they're connected. Then if I'm getting this right, the 7 mysteries were basically required to gather soul dregs necessary for the rite. And there's more. With this most recent occurrence of the curse, I've become even more confident in my theory. You are? Yes. The reason for it being, the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries etched into those who revived the cursed stones. Resentful memories? Yako, if you really are a curse bearer, then why, when you obtained your cursed stone, you would have had a resentful memory imprinted in your mind? Oh, I did! Exactly. Those memories are what happened in the final moments of the 9 who died in the Honjo incident. Broadly speaking, they involved dying while bearing some kind of deep resentment. 9 victims became the 9 curse echoes, and over time came to be spoken of the 7 mysteries, thus gathering the resentful memories granted by the present curses and connecting them together. It will reveal once and for all what happened during the Honjo incident. Huh. That's why you must tell me about the resentful memory of your fool's procession, Yako. Meow, should I? Yeah, I think it's okay. We need all the information we can get. Yeah, sure, fine. We'll tell you about that fun little story. Okay, Mr. Araishi, I'll tell you about the memory of the fool's procession. Excellent. So basically, it's about a woman who died falling from a Yagura tower at a festival. Interesting. It's not that one then. Not that one? What do you mean? Among the 9 victims at the Honjo incident, that is to say, the 9 curse echoes, one of them is Seaman himself. Or so I suspect. Oh. Huh? Seaman was one of the victims of the Honjo incident too? Meaning an Myoji as powerful as him also became a curse echo. Right. It would make sense that the curse stone tied to the curse echo like that would be special. The power of the curse stone is different based on the curse echo? Meow, meow, meow. Then maybe Seaman's curse echo we could... Yes, we may be able to settle this whole situation.
Hey.
What are you whispering about? Huh? Oh, nothing, sorry. Mr. Araishi, how many of the resentful memories have you gathered so far?
I've learned a number of them.
The Evergreen Beach, the Foot-Washing Mansion, the Ever-Burning Lantern, and now the Fool's Procession makes 4. Of those, the most important are the Foot-Washing Mansion and the Evergreen Beach. What are they about?
First, the Foot-Washing Mansion. An emoji appears distinctly in this one.
Really?
But not Seaman, I'm afraid. A female emoji who sought the right of resurrection due to her obsession with her personal appearance. Her legs, which she had always taken pride in, were stricken with corruption after she was defeated by Seaman. Her
This almost sounds like I'm saying Seaman. Oh my god, no, it's Seaman at least.
Goodness. Her curse echo is notable for being particularly easy to fulfill with requirements necessarily to lift the curse. The detective did well to escape this one.
So a female emoji and rival of Seaman was involved in the Honjo incident.
Yeah, it's almost like the detective had the ability to just mute his ears. That's crazy.
That certainly is interesting.
Next, the Evergreen Beach. This curse echo is from a craftsman of Netsuke carvings named Jinkichi, who was hanged for spreading baseless rumors. He apparently spoke of something that granted the ability to bring back the dead.
The right of resurrection.
Precisely. This man, Jinkichi, must have been in contact with Seaman. If I could just collect all the memories, everything will be revealed, and the truth of the 7 mysteries will be mine. That is a knowledge I desire.
Meaning you need to gather as much information as you can from the curse bearers.
Precisely. I have an agreement to exchange information with those detectives, but they might not even find the other curse bearers, so I must take measures of my own.
What's the trigger for a curse to occur? Another thing.
Yes?
You never really finished about what the trigger for all of this was.
Well, I don't know.
Really? You're not hiding something from us, are you? It has something to do with how you obtained the Record of Fates, right? How did you really get a hold of the Record of Fates? To tell you the truth, we're in a race against time. It could be a disaster if we don't hurry.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Someone left a warning that at sundown today, they would use the curse to kill a lot of people. The one who left that message is the culprit behind the Nijima murders from 20 years ago.
What? Something so terrible will happen?
I won't allow potentially hundreds of people to become victims of a curse. I'll do anything in my power to stop it. Mr. Araishi, please, tell us everything you know.
I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anything. The truth is, I was given the Record of Fates by a woman.
A woman?
Huh. Well, her voice sounded like a woman's, but I didn't actually see what she looked like. 1 month ago, while I was investigating at night, I suddenly heard a formless voice.
A woman's voice?
It said,
I entrust you with this ancient manuscript and the right of resurrection held within its pages. Spread rumors of this ritual as far and wide as you can in the coming month.
And before I knew it, an old document had fallen down at my feet. 1 month, she specified the time.
1 month? She specified the time period?
I was told if I did that, I could study the manuscript as much as I pleased. I wanted so badly to verify its authenticity, I ended up accepting. I haven't heard anything from the voice since then.
It must have had you spread rumors in order to strengthen the power of the curse. To tie together the curse and the desire to seek out the right. This makes it likely the owner of the voice is the mastermind behind all this.
Hence, I went public with the Record of Fates. Hihaku and occult magazines immediately jumping at the news. It was a financial boon to me.
Huh? Hihaku? As in Hihaku soaps?
Right. I mean, no. That's not important. Just our personal business.
He's still hiding something. After that, I already tried to predict what would occur in a month's time. That's when the curse began. Those are all the details I have. Is there anything else you know? Very well. I've told you this much. I may as well just give you one more thing.
Thank you. What might that be?
About Simon's Records of Fates. There's sort of a continuation to it. Another document called the Record of Fates Yin Scroll.
A continuation?
Oh, I mean a sequel. Fun, because the first one was so great. Actually, a section written in Simon's own hand was appended to the manuscript. According to which, after the Honjo incident, Simon lamented such a calamity taking place. He apparently wrote the addendum for the event that the tragedy became its own curse. It seems he had an idea that the victims of the Honjo incident would turn into curse echoes and used to gather soul dregs. It supposedly details how to handle any trouble that occurs as a result of the rite of resurrection.
Really? Hold on a second. Don't you find that strange?
What's the matter, Mrs. Saki? Sakazaki, you think my information is inaccurate?
If Simon died in the Honjo incident, then he couldn't have written an addendum.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what, you just write it as a ghost? You really don't get it, do you?
Huh? Am I wrong?
Have you forgotten the ability Simon possessed?
Of course not. He could use the rite of... Oh! You're telling me Simon used it on himself?
The rite of resurrection can be carried out in advance, so that it activates when the soul dregs are gathered together. Then is it not possible that Simon himself was resurrected by the rite after it all took place?
But he'd still have to collect the soul dregs. He had to use the rite.
Yes, and that's why they died. The 8 others besides Simon.
What? They died in the Honjo incident for their soul dregs? That sounds like it's the same as what's happening now.
That's why I needed the resentful memories. To learn the truth.
I get it now.
The issue is at hand is that the Yin Scroll and the Record of Fates were supposed to have been passed down as a set. When I received the Record of Fates, the Yin Scroll was gone. Only this information was left. Supposedly Simon's blood descendants guarded it as they passed it down across generations. It seems that over their long history, the two documents became separated and the scroll's location lost as the family line branched.
Simon had descendants? So there's someone out there related to him by blood even now?
I'm surprised he would have descendants. Stuff he was going up to. Yes, in fact, I've tried to trace the line as far as I could. He wasn't a well-known Onmyoji to begin with, so a detailed family tree does not exist. It seems likely that the use of the manuscript is long forgotten, only being passed down out of tradition. And since they aren't even aware that what they have, tracking it down is quite tricky indeed. I wish I could ask whoever the voice belonged to about the Yin Scroll.
I'm sure you do. So basically, in the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll, Simon himself wrote about ways to handle the curse and write, yes?
That's right. I've been searching for it all this time,
but I haven't found a single lead.
So if you two find out anything about other resentful memories or the Yin Scroll, tell me immediately. You owe me that much telling you all this, do you not? That's the real extent of everything I know. Right, so we're looking for a Yin Scroll, which could help us stop this fucking disaster. The manuscript was written by Simon Tsuchi Mikado, an Onmyoji from the Edo period. He was extremely adept practitioner, but after being banished from his family researching forbidden arts, he changed his name and moved to Edo. Hideki Arashi claimed he found it in the storehouse of an old private residence, but it was in fact entrusted to him by a mysterious voice. Maybe the mysterious voice is the old lady of the soap's place. It is said that Simon Tsuchi Mikado, author of the Record of Fates, wrote the Yin Scroll because he feared that the descendants of those involved in the Honjo incident might become cursed and used in the collection of soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. The existence of the Yin Scroll was indicated in a postscript added to the Record of Fates, but its whereabouts are currently unknown. It is believed to have been inherited by a descendant of Simon. Creepy stuff.
Yes,
I understand. Well, this has been informative. Thank you for your help. If you bring me some useful information, I'll take it into consideration for your school grades as well. Yeah, whatever. 1 p.m. Yako Sakazaki. The streets. We've learned a lot. So, to sum it up, there was a tragic incident with people cursing each other for the right of resurrection in the Edo period as well. And the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll may have info we want, since it details how to stop the rite. I think that's about it. Right. If we could just find the Yin Scroll, we might be able to learn how to settle the situation. But even Mr. Araishi didn't have leads on where it is. How do we start looking for it? Someone involved in this now must have some connection to it. I think. I have a feeling the mastermind who awakened the curses is involved too. Right. So what do we do next? So, Mio, what are we going to do next? Good question. It may be best to give the information we learned to Inspector Tsutsumi. We got a pretty big clue from hearing about the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll. Mr. Tsutsumi might know more about it. Should we go back to school then? Yeah, that's our point of contact after all. What about the mastermind? Whoever's behind that voice that gave Mr. Araishi the Record of Fates, that must be the mastermind, don't you think? It's gotta be the old lady. Yeah, Andy said it sounded like it belonged to a woman. Whoever it is, I bet they're scary. Huh? You don't sound like the Yakko I know. Then let's catch them, beat them, and spill their beans. I thought you'd say something like that. Really? I guess I'm just not really feeling that confident right now. I understand. Yeah, things are a little crazy right now. I don't know if it's related to that woman behind the voice, but I'm also interested in the female on Myeonji who was a rival of Seiman. Oh, that reminds me, Mio. You know what's nearby here, don't you? Oh, you mean where Michio... Yeah, where it happened. I was going there every day to leave flowers. Even though they always get cleared away anyways. I'm sure it must have been hard to have to be reminded of Michio's death all the time. Oh, that reminds me, Yako. Yeah? She went every day to leave flowers, that's so sad. When you asked me to do the spirit board 2 days ago, did you come here that day too? Yeah, I left some flowers before going to school. Why? Did anything seem different that day? What's this all of a sudden? No, now that you mention it. That day I suddenly felt lightheaded and ended up passing out for a bit. But I came to right away and felt fine, so I didn't think anything of it. Yeah, she's being possessed. I see. That's all I was wondering about. Thanks. Huh? Excuse me. You girls over there. Oh, goddammit, this asshole. Whoa! Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. But something you said caught my attention. And who might you be? I'm Yutaro Namagaki. Or, I should probably tell you. Until yesterday, I was a curse bearer. That should clear things up. A curse bearer? Oh, you don't need to be scared. I've already given up the curse stone of the foot washing mansion. The foot washing mansion? So you're the one Inspector Tsutsumi was talking about. Ah, you already know the Inspector Tsutsumi. That makes this simple. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, hey. You're in the driver's seat. Yako? Huh? Yeah, yes? What? Wait, what? Just now. Was I doing something? Oh my god. She's totally being possessed by her friend. He was the one that murdered her? What the fuck, bro? What? Sorry, Mr. Namagaki. What might be the matter? Right. I actually wanted to discuss something with you two. Would you come with me if you have a little time? Don't go with strangers. Don't go with this guy. Discuss something with us? You were talking about Michio Shiraishi, right? It's related to that. Huh? I'm sure you would learn a few things yourselves. If not now, later is fine. I'll be waiting around Ryogoku Bridge. Something runs me the wrong way about this, but you mentioned Michoyo. What should we do? We should go to school first. Sorry, but there's something we've got to take care of. We'll have to pass. Is that so? Well, that's too bad. I'm in no rush, so I'll be waiting at Ryogoku Bridge if you change your minds. Yo, man. I don't want to go near this guy. I think if I decide to go to the bridge later, we'll leave that for later. Okay, let's talk to these guys first. So Haru and Victor encounter two men, and it's two familiar men. It's already the protagonists. The protagonists meeting the other protagonists again in the Shiraishi household. Ma'am, allow me to introduce one of our country's most elite detectives. The name's Jun Irio. I'd hardly call myself elite, but either way, it's nice to meet you. This here's the brilliant Chief Inspector Tsutsumi. And yes, he's just as rough and tumble as he looks.
Sometimes I really don't know if you're complimenting or putting me down.
So you two are detectives? This is my client, Miss Haruo Shigima. Her father's a big deal in the police himself, so remember to mind your manners. A bigwig named Shigima? But boss, you know this guy?
Shit, I heard the name. You know, I don't keep track of who's who in the upper echelons.
There's no need to worry. I'm my own person after all, and my father has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, did you hear that, boss? Looks like you're getting off easy again this time.
Don't make it sound like I'm involved in some shady business. It ain't like that.
You both seem rather jovial despite being detectives. How rare. Yeah, we're all comedy duo. All the police officers I've met have always been so dull. She's like, why aren't they more interesting? Well, you won't find any dull cops here. We'll round up all criminals with a smile. That's our motto. How lovely. Keep it up. Anyway, we should be going.
Just hold on 1 second. This is the first time hearing of that.
Well, you're right about them not being your typical detectives. What do we do? So these detectives are out here because of the recent string of strange deaths. It's best we keep quiet about our involvement with the curses. Right. I thought we might cause trouble standing in the middle of the street talking like this, but so far we haven't drawn attention. Then again, that might just be because nobody wants to get involved with the case. Looking for the birds. It's like a Where's Waldo painting. Painting? Well, like a drawing. Oh, thank you for telling me to drink water, yes. That's a good idea. Talking a lot. Wow. Oh my god, it's already 6:20? That exposition was like 40 minutes long. I do read it out loud, so it's probably... Wait, there's a bird! I found it! Oh! That toucan? Damn. There's one here? Lucky. That's number 12. The Royal Kingpin Queen. Oh, is that so? No, that's a penguin! Yo, the Royal Kingpin. What do we do? I guess knowing how to deal with cops is also part of an investigator's job. Not quite. The two of us used to be good comrades is all. Comrades? That's right. Richter used to be part of the police force himself. He quit a few years ago to go solo. Is that so? You should give it a try, Ariel. There's more freedom in working as a private investigator. I can't say much for the quality of life, though. It's been 2 years, right? I hadn't heard of you since you quit. I didn't think your business would last, but here you are. You sure you don't want to return to the force? We take you back with open arms. What? Sit on my ass and watch the birds fly? I'll take a pass. I don't belong in that world. Besides, we're out here collecting birds. We collected at least 5 of them. Come on, Richter. We need your talent. The public needs you. Nah, you don't. This is my calling. The police will manage just fine without me. I'll keep on tying up all your loose ends, saving the little birdies you abandoned. I can't believe you were actually part of the police force once. There's a story behind everything, ma'am. I don't regret my time in the force. I wouldn't have had the connections I have today without it. So, what are we doing? What brings you here, Richter? You on a case? That's right. I'm picking up the police slack. I like how the bird's still there. I trust you remember the kidnapping and murder case from last year? Oh, I remember now. You're that! Haruhi Shigima! From the kidnapping case! Huh? Did I miss something? Don't be an idiot. It was a case where Munesada Shigima's grandson was kidnapped. Which must have been your son, ma'am. Oh, indeed. The story was suppressed by the news. In the end, it was considered a huge failure on the police department's part. Most of the investigation was conducted in secret. And unfortunately, the department is unwilling to reopen the case. And the investigation carried out afterwards turned up nothing at all. Which is why I'm now on the job. So they never caught the culprit, huh? That's rough. So your findings have brought you to this place then? That's right. An individual connected to the case used to live around here. Used to? Don't give away everything. That's right. As last week they are deceased, we'd hoped to talk to the family. No one was home, so when I checked last time, so we figured we'd try again. Interesting. We're starting to connect the dots. It sure doesn't look good on the police to be mishandling cases like these. There really was a culprit. It should be our responsibility to bring them to justice. Well, I do consider the police my people. So you consider the blame to be shared. You've got a stern side as well, I see. Okay, can't advance that yet. By the way, ma'am, this might be sudden, but there's something I'd like to confirm with you. And that is? Do you happen to know anything about the 7 mysteries of Honjo? Play cool face? Sorry, Chief, but that's hardly... At all due respect, investigator, I think my question was addressed to the lady. If you insist. What do you say, ma'am? Can you tell us anything? I can't say I know much. Is that so? Well, I'm sorry for the intrusion. Okay. That was close one. That was a close one now. I hope they're not on to us. Yeah, it'll be fine. He seems like he's got a lot of experience working the streets. Most of the officers I know are the bureaucratic desk jockey types. The contrast is rather striking. A young and energetic detective. He seems to have a strong sense of justice. If my son had a chance to grow older, perhaps he would have become an officer just like him. That being said, I don't know. He's really interested in finding out about the death of his friend. But to this day, I still have like a weird, like, maybe he knows more than he's letting on. Like, we've already let him in on stuff. Like, maybe he's like secretly not helping us. I don't know. Like, it's a secret mastermind, but I don't know. Could be anything. You could just be a friend. Come to think of it, I heard some things about this area last night. Something about a strange yet conspicuous man dressed in white, loitering around. Wait a second.
I assume they were talking about you, investigator.
Well, I won't argue that I'm strange and conspicuously dressed in white. And as it turns out, I was out here last night to conduct my investigation.
Did you run into anything strange or out of the ordinary?
Out of the ordinary. I guess I did observe a few suspicious characters. You were asking about curses just now? Why would a public servant be interested in the occult? Boss, Richter's a smart man. He can help us if we tell him what we know. I can't promise I'll be any help to you, but I'm interested in hearing what you gotta say. Something is happening in Honjo, isn't there? It must be something big if they got you and the head office guys on it.
Well, I guess it's alright. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Thank you, boss. Listen closely to what we're about to say, Richter. I think I'm just gonna say this in front of me as well, sure. Huh. So by using curses to commit murders, these people collect soldier eggs to perform the rite of resurrection. And these curse stones are somehow connected to the 7 mysteries of Honjo. That's a tough story to swallow, but I don't see a reason to doubt you either. We figured the strange occurrences happening around here recently are connected to these curses. Now we're about to see if they can actually even reveal that we have one of these as the other main characters. To get the situation under control, we've been searching for the curse bearers to confiscate their curse stones. Do you have any information that might help us? That's tough. I never expected curses and other mumbo jumbo to play into this all. But if we're talking shady characters, there was this middle-aged fellow I saw on Southward Gasui Street. He had an average build. He was anxious, like he was searching for prey. Boss, what do you think?
Well, considering the location, it could have been Hideki Araishi. We already got his curse stone.
Impressive. You two are working quick.
Did you see anything else?
Not that I can remember.
That's a shame.
Richter's amazing. He's coaxed out so much information we didn't know about the curse bearers from them. There's no way we could cooperate with them when we're trying to get our hands on the right ourselves.
Richter's alright with us just trying to get it.
It seems they were acquainted, but also like they haven't talked in a long time.
If you see any characters who look like they might be carrying a curse stone, it'd be a huge help if you let us know.
Absolutely. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Richter, perhaps you could lend a hand in our case too. There's a number of people we can't track, and finding missing persons happens to be your specialty, no?
I hate to disappoint you, but I'm busy enough with this case. The faith of my clients is what keeps me afloat. I have to prioritize requests by the order in which they come.
I see. Can't say that's not fair.
What do you need a private investigator for anyway? The cops should have plenty of bright folks to draw at the job.
True, but this isn't an ordinary case we're dealing with here.
Huh?
By the way, that reminds me, Richter.
Yes?
You said the person who used to live here died last week. Oh. You wouldn't happen to be referring to Michio Shiraishi by any chance?
You knew? Richter! You're breaking!
I thought so. It seems like we're out here for the same reason then.
Seriously, Michio was involved with the curses and magic?
Strictly speaking, the curse part isn't our concern. We're looking into Yoshimi's case.
Yoshimi? Oh, right, Hajime Yoshimi's.
That's right. He died on the job. I'm sure you've heard of it.
I heard. It was a most unfortunate loss.
So there's a connection between Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division and Michio.
Hold on. Let's focus on Michio for a second. You think she had something to do with the kidnapping?
To talk about unforeseen developments. Exchanging information should prove mutually beneficial. I'll tell you what I know, but in turn, I want the full scoop on your findings concerning Michio.
Sure. To tell you the truth,
What? You believe Michio's ghost is the one who killed Mr. Jonochi? So he wasn't just mumbling nonsense? I mean, we haven't fully confirmed anything yet, but the testimonies we've heard and the evidence we found point in that direction. Testimony? You mean from those psychic high schoolers? What the fuck is happening with you guys? Didn't they also say there was a chance Michio hadn't killed herself? Wait, if that's true, then did you figure something out? Kankichiro Iwai. Huh? Kankichiro Iwai! He'll be the next victim! We have to open the door to the Shiraishi house. We need to look inside. Hey, what's gotten into you? Boss? I'm sure the landlord would give us the key if we asked. Screw that. You know how long that could take? We can ask for permission later. Oh, he's going in. We're going in. Richter? Hey, Richter, calm down. We can't just... Oh, but he's going in. He believes that guy is the next victim. Take that, you shitty door. This is how you do it. Richter, get a hold of yourself. It's probably gonna be a dead body in here, isn't there? I see you're still the same as always. Everyone, quick, come look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. Why have the mom look at this? You have to have her look at this. Poor woman. Ah! Whoa, what's up with this room? Boss, there's a dead body in here. Oh, could that be Michio's dad? Nah, he's her stepdad at best, if that. It's gotta be the body of Kankichiro Iwai. There's no doubt about it. This man's a goner. He's gotten real messed up. Looks like he's been like this for a while. That did happen last night. Well, shit. Ariel, did you find Shinochi's body in the same state? You mentioned it. It looked as though Kohei Shinochi had died from a number of heavy blows. What are you suggesting, investigator? It was Michio Shiraishi. She's alive. She used the power of the curses to get back at the men who ruined her life. That's ridiculous. You're suggesting she actually revived? It's gotta be that. And if she's alive, then... Yo, storyteller, what's going on? I want to continue the story. My apologies for interrupting. I know we've just arrived at an interesting plot point. But do you really think a dead girl is going around taking revenge from beyond the grave? Consider this. What if Michio Shiraishi never died? Huh? But seeing as you've come this far, I'm sure you already know the truth, don't you? I was just thinking that she, like, very rude. I was just thinking that maybe she, I don't know. She isn't, someone is pretending to be her. But maybe she didn't, maybe she never died. What? That's not a theory I came up with at all. And so I would have you answer me a question. Also, I'm looking at this man. Has he always had a half old man face and half seemingly young man face? Have I just now noticed that? Wait, the cover does not say that. Show that, no. Where in Honjo was Michio Shiraishi at the hour of 8 o'clock this morning? 8 a.m. Where was Michio Shiraishi at 8 o'clock this morning? Candy shop. I see. Very well. Congratulations, you are correct! Yeah! As expected, you got it in one go. Well, the cause of death was such... Was it not? You must have noticed some time ago. Let's get back to the story then, shall we? I've taken up enough of your time. Yeah, I hope it's a mask. I don't know what's going on with his face right now. I'm scared. But my guess is that, yeah, I don't know. He said that she maybe never died. But I thought she did die, and she's just possessing her friend. That's why she's just sort of, her friend's having weird episodes. What? So you really think Michiyo Shiraishi is alive?
Just think it through and it all becomes obvious.
What the hell's a body then? Who's the body?
It tracks, but do you really think that girl could have managed all this? First of all, Ariel, go report this to headquarters.
Understood. I'll get on it right away.
Ew. I'll start investigating this place. It sure isn't lacking in stuff that needs a looking at. There's a bunch of photos of the same person pasted on the wall over there.
Oh, there's Nijima, yeah.
Huh? Oh, hold on. These photos. These are all of Fumichika Nijima. Gross.
Really? Come to think of it, he was in the papers a lot back in the day.
Oh, there's even more pasted up over there.
These are all cutouts from newspapers and magazines from the Nijima murders.
I don't get it. Why the weirdo shrine? Let's keep looking around.
Look at these pictures of Fumichika Nijima cut out from the newspapers and magazines. Whoever put these up was obsessed. I wonder what their intent was.
To think that the Shiraishis are somehow connected to the Nijima's case? Perhaps they did this to not forget a grudge or something. It's crazy to think Nijima might be involved in all this too.
You think he might have anything to do with the body here?
Maybe. The man's already out on parole. He's a curse bearer with a curse stone now. He announced that from sundown today he'll be going on a killing spree.
Oh dear!
Yeah, she's like, I wasn't involved in that. I just want to revive my son. I don't want to be involved in that.
There's an emergency search underway as we speak, but no one's yet managed to get a hold of the bastard.
So he hasn't changed his ways.
That doesn't bode well.
To tell you the truth, the lady here isn't completely unconnected from the Nijima murders either.
You don't say.
That's right. We talked about it last night. 20 years ago, I found a hand in Sumida River that brought the incident to light.
You don't say! You were that kid from back then. You were really brave. You did a great deed.
Were you the detective I spoke with? I had no idea.
So you two have met before? Fancy that. I've been worried that Fumichika Nijima might bear resentment toward you, ma'am.
You might be right. Unfortunately, that asshole is quite the resentful type.
Oh dear.
That asshole. I wonder who put the idea into his head. And now he's got the one-sided read, too. He's threatening to massacre the people of Honjo at sundown. Seriously? On top of that, he's been itching to get revenge on me as well. Of all things, the man's gone and threatened to kill my daughter. Damn. That's quite the threat. Certainly you can't afford to stay put here. The fucker wants to get us all antsy. When I finally get to arresting him, it'll be with a cool ad.
Not gonna give him the pleasure, huh?
Well,
if EY and Fumichika Nijima have anything to do with each other, then this room might hold a clue to Nijima's location.
let's hope so.
Oh, thank you for telling me to check my posture. The person who put all these photos up must have been obsessed with Nijima. They might have had some relation to Nijima's victims, or perhaps the opposite.
The opposite?
What if it wasn't loading, but admiration?
But then...
This guy's admiring this? Oh, was it the girl? Oh god. This sliding door leads to the kitchen. It barely fits the frame. Last shit on the floor. It's off-putting to look at, but I can't help but wonder what in the world this is.
The magic runes. They're using Western black magic rituals. Most of the time they're useless limitations, though. I wouldn't get too excited about it. Oh my, we knew the chief inspector was such an expert on the occult. I just chanced upon that information.
Yeah, chanced upon it.
That girl with the spirit sense we mentioned, she's pretty informed on the subject.
Someone has attempted to perform Western black magic in this place.
Pretty absurd if you ask me. Of course, the person in question was dead serious about it all.
Western black magic. While magic is often classed as a branch of mysticism, or may variously refer to the likes of witchcraft and astrology, here refers specifically to Western black magic. In the Middle Ages, the line between science and magic was blurred, with the pursuit of the supernatural considered a legitimate academic discipline. Astrology was regarded akin to astronomy, while alchemy was accepted as scientific fact and would eventually evolve into what is known today as chemistry. One discipline, however, was considered wicked and shunned accordingly: black magic, the practice of using magical knowledge to strike bargain with demons. In contrast to the socially acceptable subject studied by the intellectia, black magic was most prolific among the lower classes. It was the common people who suffered most from the ills of the day, war, famine, and sickness, which perhaps led them to seek aid from unholy powers. As hearsay, these rituals and spells were nowhere to be found in orthodox modes of teaching, but instead were recorded in tomes of dubious credibility. Mockingbirds. Oh, this is the mockingbird I just found. The Royal Kingpin Queen.
It looks like the things spread around here have been like this for a while now. This ritual, whatever, was something he attempted up to recently. Plenty of neighbors mentioned having heard strange mantra-like noises coming from here during the night. You think EY was the one chanting? Hard to say. Could have been one of the Shirashis as well. If we look through these books in the back, we might learn whatever it is they were trying to do.
Decorations.
There's candles and stones with inscriptions placed all over, and are these tools for some ritual?
Hey, don't touch anything, you hear?
That's right. Considering this is a murder scene, we ought to leave everything as it is. All this can be used as evidence. If anyone besides forensics toys with it, it'll cause trouble down the road.
I'm surprised you were still letting us even look at this stuff.
There are old books scattered everywhere. I wonder what they're about. Many of them are written in a foreign language. It'll be pain to look through all of these. Let's save them for later and continue to look around.
Let's see the drawer.
This drawer is really old. Chief Inspector, do you mind if I look inside? Huh? I mean, in normal cases, only the police would be allowed to touch things, right? Right. Area isn't here, so let me take a look at it. There's just clothes in here. Not much variety either. Can't say they were big spenders. I was hoping to find a kind of talisman here, but I guess we're not so lucky. I see. Thank you anyway.
Yeah, specific talisman.
With the window and storm shutter closed, no light gets in here at all. It's pitch black. Neighbors mentioned they started to keep the house shut like this not long ago. Let's look at the corpse. There's none around to confirm his identity, but by the looks of him, I'd say he's Kankichiro Ui. You seen him before? I heard he had a criminal record, so I assumed he wouldn't have held a respectable occupation.
Is this what a curse does to a person?
Ma'am, it'd be better not to look so closely.
It's amazing.
What a line. She's still definitely thinking about it. It's like, can't wait to use my curse to revive my son. It'll be great.
This place is disgusting. Did Michio Ishiraishi really live here?
Cool is what it is. What do you say, Chief? Would you let me look through if I wore gloves?
It's not like I'm any help with foreign languages. Go ahead. Thank you. Oh, it seems to be a book on Western black magic. The moons are in here, alongside detailed descriptions of the procedures. I suppose you call these grimoires. It's all a bunch of nonsense if you ask me, though. I think this EY guy was studying them, perhaps perform some kind of ritual. There are a bunch of handwritten notes beside the grimoires. Whoever it was, they were serious about this. EY doesn't look the type to be into this stuff, but you shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
But why would he be studying black magic?
According to the materials, this here rune is for the restoration of youth. Perhaps he was trying to become young again. Right, well, look where that got him. This over here seems to be black magic related to resurrection. Each one of these spells requires a human sacrifice. That's quite dangerous.
Resurrection? Like the right.
I guess no matter what part of the world, people will turn to the occult for similar reasons. What is it? This looks like a journal. It was probably EY's. A journal. His writing is surprisingly thorough. It's almost as if he was writing a report for someone. Oh wow, now this is something. What is it? What did he write? This is quite the find. Let me give you a summary. This Kankachiro EY fellow, you've been searching for a spell to restore youth for years.
So he was into black magic. So he was into black magic from the start.
He believed if he could learn to successfully perform the spell, he could then use it to earn a fortune. To tell you the truth, it seemed like he was already getting funded after he acquired this grimoire. You don't say. This is starting to sound kind of familiar. But first, let's find out how he got his hands on this grimoire. It seems that Nijima told him where he could obtain the book when they were both in prison. Oh my god, they were prison mates? What? That's nearly too much of a coincidence. Luckily not coincidence. It seems like EY took an interest in the Nijima murders after he made the news. He admired him rather passionately. You might even say he worshipped the man. Worship? Nijima, of all people? This was a time when students were itching to rebel. Anyone who did something to shake the world was bound to gather admirers. EY had been collecting these photos ever since that time. And since he just so happened to land in prison at the same time as Nijima, he made sure to get in contact. This is a lot. I mean, even having it all laid out like this. The thought of Nijima being involved with these grimoires is staggering. I don't think we ever had anything pointing to that. What's the connection? To be honest, it's shocked me too. For years, we've been scratching our heads over the motives behind the Nijima murders. You think it was into the occult? Yep. It's been a mystery to us all from the very start. Oh, now. Wait just 1 minute. Do you think? No way. Are you saying? That's right. The murders might have been for the ritual. He was attempting to perform black magic. Yo. That's fucked up. The instructions written down for the sacrificial offering match up exactly with the acts carried out by Nijima. You gotta be kidding me! So that sadistic crap he was doing was all for black magic? That's what the evidence suggests. However, Nijima tried to do some type of resurrection ritual, but EY had different motives. Chief Inspector, you might think this is all the stuff of fantasy, but that doesn't refute that Nijima and EY were both acting in earnest. This is batshit insane. You're telling me that nutjob did this all for some hokey pokey resurrection? Shit, resurrection! That means there must have been someone Nijima wanted to bring back to life. Damn, that's it! That has to be it! What? No way. Uh-huh. This... he try to bring back her, or did the stepdad try to bring her back? But how? Did it actually even work?
Fucking hell, it all makes sense now!
What is it?
So about the Nijima murders. There's some information that's been kept from the public.
Go on. Does he have a secret child?
When we broke into his house and arrested him, we also found a baby.
A baby?
It was a girl. Looked to be about 6 months old, but she was covered in filth. She looked so weak and sickly. We called the medics right away. If we were a second later, I'm sure the girl would have died.
He was doing this all to revive his baby?
So was Nijima the father? He told us he'd found her under a bridge.
He found her? She was abandoned?
I've heard of parents threatening to leave their child under a bridge as a threat, but to think if it really happens. I suppose there are those cases with dead newborns found stuffed in coin lockers, so it's not without precedent. Whatever the case, we never found out the truth. There's one rumor from back then that I could never get out of my mind. And it's starting to sound more likely now. Well, I'm sure this isn't the first time you heard of it. Many believe Nijima's guilty of more crimes than got him convicted. Back then, a lot of girls went missing.
Yeah, I remember all that.
Among the high school girls that might have been murdered, or maybe I should say, sacrificed, was a girl who was pregnant.
Goodness.
Jeez.
That's horrific.
He killed her and dismembered her body. And we thought maybe the baby we found is what he pulled out from inside of her.
You really want to say this in front of this poor lady?
Don't misunderstand me. This is all speculation on top of more speculation here. But I, for one, never believed that man would just take a baby he found from under a bridge.
I'm feeling sick.
Stay strong, ma'am. I know this is hard to hear. Like I said, don't take that to be the full truth. We were running on speculation back then. Now that this whole resurrection magic has come into play, we should consider the possibility it was his child. And that maybe he was trying to revive whoever the mother might have been.
Oh, he wanted to revive the mom.
It's just a theory, but my life would be a tad easier if it were true. That's an interesting thought. As anyone Nijima would want to resurrect, a deceased wife is as good a guess as any. The fact that he obtained a curse stone suggests that he has an interest in the rite of resurrection. Damn, you're right! And here I was thinking he was only after the curse's power to massacre.
He wants to complete what he was doing years ago. He didn't get to do it, but now he has the power to do it. Also, after obtaining a junior college degree, this girl is in college. But you're in college, you're around what, in your 20s? So it's possible that Yoko Fukunaga is indeed the baby. We should... It's the only 20s something girl. Or, this guy's daughter here is adopted. Ayame Tona, who is currently a university student. I mean, obtaining a junior college degree means that you're over 20 by now. But if you're currently a university student, that must mean that maybe he adopted the baby when they found it. And now this is his daughter. but it's also Nijima's daughter. Those are the two potential babies that were in this. Jeez Louise.
Chief Inspector,
Yeah.
what happened to the child?
Without a birth registration on file, best we could do is find the girl some suitable foster parents. It was decided to keep the circumstances secret for the sake of the child's future.
Well, I'm glad she was taken care of.
Don't mean to derail the conversation, but there's still more written in EY's journal. We know EY had managed to obtain the grimoire thanks to the advice he got from his idol, Nijima, while in prison. After conducting research and gathering more information, he determined he had a chance to get rich quick.
Right. I thought he could make some money if he could successfully use rejuvenation magic.
Correct. Turns out someone gave him the idea. And get this.
Of course it was her.
It was the one and only queen and chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps herself, Natsui Yamamori. Mori. Yeah.
Wait, the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps?
So that's where this leads.
Yeah, let me read what he wrote. The queen of Hihaku has a strange fear of growing old. His fear of death is even worse. If she does die, she wishes to be revived, and she will spend whatever it takes to preserve her beauty. Magic rituals and rites, she'll use whatever means necessary. Her tenacity is unbelievable. She was apparently investing money into any research on resurrection, the restoration of youth, and the like.
So she would even throw her money at the occult. The bliss's greed will take you.
Well, then that brings us to... Yeah, rich old people are like, chance to be immortal. Well, sign me up. Throw all that money at that. I don't want to die. Hideki Arashi. She presumably funded his research into the Rite of Resurrection as well. That's what it all points towards. I wouldn't be surprised if the Witch of Hihaku pounced at the rumors of the Rite of Resurrection. It's starting to sound likely. It might also be why she's spreading the rumor about having godly powers. It's convenient cover for her if she becomes young again.
Godly powers? What's that all about?
You can ignore that. Either way, I think EY took the payments he was getting for his research to seduce a family into taking him in to keep a low profile. So he just married in his family so he could just have a place to hide. The Shiraishi family, Michio and her mother, Toshiko, were just unlucky marks. And this is where you get involved. Are you feeling steady, ma'am?
Huh? This has something to do with me? What are you talking about?
Ma'am, please calm down. Iwai moved in with the Shiraishis to practice his magic. He needed a sacrifice to perform his youth restoration spell, but that meant extracting the life force from someone young.
Ooh. He killed his daughter?
So it was EY?
Oh no, oh, he killed this. Oh no. That's right. The person who stole the kid is Michio a year ago. And she did it because stepdad forced her to do it. Oh, that's just...
That's just fucked up.
So, it was EY? This man?
EY worshipped Nijima. So he must have also despised Nijima's detractors. Not to mention he was captured and sent to jail once before. Surely he had a bone to pick with the police. So when he realized he had the chance to both avenge Nijima and embarrass the police and acquire a living sacrifice at the same time. Fuck. You got it. Iwai kidnapped Haruhi Shigima's son and managed to score 3 birds with 1 stone. You're telling me that horrid man, he never had intention of returning my child? Duh, this poor lady. This poor lady's going through so much. I thought there might have been a reason why the kidnapper seemed to be mocking the police. He never wanted money. His aim was to humiliate the force. It all makes sense. He must have used Michio to lawyer a boy's defenses, and then kidnapped him on his way back home. That man, he took Shuichi. Ma'am, please calm down. I understand, but you must remember the breed. You don't understand. You have absolutely no idea what I'm going through. This isn't a joke. I wouldn't expect the police to understand. You'll never understand. Living sacrifices. What a stupid, stupid idea from this stupid little man. Okay, ma'am. Just take a moment to breathe. Why don't we go get some fresh air? I can't believe this. This is... Well, we've solved it. Yippee. Chief, I think it's best if we take our leave. But before we go, there's one more important piece of information noted in this journal. Oh. I got in contact with Nijima last year after Nijima was released on parole. He provided him with accommodation and financial support. Is that so? He managed to find a hideout for Nijima to stay in. Damn it. If anything, rather than use his money to support the Shiraishis, it seems most went to Nijima instead. If Nijima's lurking around anywhere at this moment, it's probably at that hideout. Any right where it is? Unfortunately, no. Not that I can tell. It seems Michio knew where it was. She never met with Nijima in person, but she was made to go in and clean up among other things. What good is that information? The girl's already dead! Wait, no, she's alive! That's right. Michio Shiraishi is alive. If you can find her and get her to talk, you can get her to spill the beans on his hideout too. Investigator, I'm asking you. I should be going. The lady's not well. Yeah. His deceased body was discovered at the Shiraishi home. Kakichiro once made a living placing advertisements and magazines sell phony magic items and good luck charms. He held a nostalgic yearning for the post-war era when things and people were simple, and has nothing but negative things to say about the rapidly developing ostentatious world of late. Of course he does. He's a boomer, even in this day and age. Radical in his belief that it would be better to tear down society and start over again, Kakichiro was discontent with his life spent poking around in society's cesspools to make a few coins. When the Nijima murders were widely reported in the media, it had a great impact on Kakichiro, as he witnessed how a single act by a single man could cause a major rift in society. Perceiving Fumichika Nijima as a great hero, he began collecting every piece of information he could find on the man. Kakichiro was later arrested for his legal business practices, and a chance meeting with Fumichika during his incarceration solidified his idolization. He was captivated by Fumichika's talk of black magic, and following his release, required the grimoire Fumichika had hidden away. As for Toshiko Shiraishi, Kakichiro set his sights on her after encountering her at her part-time job. When he learned that the Shiraishi family was in financial trouble and could not afford to send Michio to college, he turned on the charm and took advantage of their weakness by offering them money. He revealed his true colors, however, after moving in with the family, and used violence and money to keep Toshiko and Michio under his thumb. All the while, his belief in black magic deepened, and he found sponsor in the Heihaku Corporation. Kakichiro forced the Shiraishi family to perform various rituals, with any attempts to resist being met with merciless beatings. The mother and daughter were helpless to resist. After Heihaku offered Kankichiro great sums to intensify his work, of course, the fucking soap company is like, yeah, sure, it sounds great. All you're doing is great. Here's a bunch of money. Continue with that black magic research, buddy. Like, what? This random prisoner is like, yeah, let's give him some money. Seems like he's doing good. What's the worst he could do? Great attempts to intensify his work with black magic. He set his mind to sacrificing a child in order to perform a youth restoration spell. For this purpose, he chose Shuichi Shigima, the son of Harue Shigima, who against whom Fumichika held a grudge. He attempted to enlist Michio so as not to alarm the boy. Yep, it's fucked up. She used his stepdaughter just to help capture and murder a child. It's fucked up. And when she resisted, beat her mother 20 times. Wow. With Michio's assistance, Kankichiro kidnapped Shuichi and locked him up in the Shiraishi house, and told the young and courageous boy that he'd kill Michio if he tried to run. Oh, it's fake. They basically were like faking it. He's like, he kidnapped her in order to do the sacrifice, and then told him, if you stay put and don't try to run, because that girl that helped me, I'm being her prisoner, and I'm gonna kill her if you'd run. And he's like, well, I'll stay put, obviously. Oh man. Well, his actions were motivated by a personal grudge against the police. It was first and foremost an attempt to create a societal uproar and breakdown in public order. So Kankichiro painted the crime as a regular kidnapping, demanding a ransom from the family. However, because of an embargo on the press, the kidnapping did not cause a public outcry akin to that of the Nichima murders. Infuriated, Kankichiro had Toshiko perform the sacrifice ritual by threatening to kill Michio if she refused. She had his wife do it. That's fucked up. Toshiko killed Shuichi in his sleep, but the spell failed, for which Kankichiro blamed her. Warning Michio to keep silent about the murder to avoid incriminating her mother, Kankichiro dumped the boy's body in a nearby river. The tiny corpse was found a week later in the Sumida River after floating through several canals in Honjo. Having drifted for days in the polluted waters, little evidence remained. Although Kankichiro performed no further sacrifices, his devotion to black magic only increased. Toshiko and Michio spent their days consumed by guilt, forced to continue serving Kankichiro until the day they died. Wow, what a horrible story. What a horrible man. That was disturbing. After that entire horrible thing that happened to this poor young girl, she's somehow still alive, which I do not know how exactly. I don't know where the body comes from, but she is alive. Was she used in an actual black ritual of rite of resurrection to come back to life? Not sure. Yeah. This poor kid got kidnapped by those two and then was murdered by the mom. Jeez. There's still some mysteries we don't know. Where the heck is Mayu Chozawa? What killed Hajime Yoshime? And was it Mayu? Question mark? For some reason? I don't know. How exactly is Michio still alive? I haven't pieced it together completely, but I know Yako is having weird episodes of, like, being possessed or something. So, there is that. My goodness. Hey, you calm down? I was gonna say that, like, she's no longer, she at least knows what happened. She no longer has to have any feeling of vengeance. But technically, Heihaku Soaps did support this man with financial backing, so I guess really she has a new target. we should allow this woman to just murder them all.
Are you feeling better now that we've gotten some fresh air, ma'am?
I'm fine. Suddenly finding out who the kidnapper was really made me lose my wits.
We managed to solve the kidnapping case by pure luck here.
You're right. But, Victor, I feel grateful towards Michio.
Because she killed the kidnapper.
There's that too. But it's for something else. If Michio is the one killing all these people, then she must have acquired quite a sizable amount by now. Soul dregs, I mean.
This was what Victor was afraid of. Victor was afraid that this woman would not stop her ambition to revive her son.
Yeah.
Hey, Victor? Whether the kidnapper's dead or alive, it doesn't mean a thing. Revenge won't bring my boy back. And if Nichima is planning to cause a massacre to collect soul dregs, then all the better. I won't give up on resurrection. So, I'm counting on you.
Oh no. Just like I have gotten into some crazy things. I don't know what I'm doing. This is still stuck. Detectives are continuing. Standing by. I think we'll do this one and then call it. Summary of the previous events. At the Shiraishi home, Tatsumi and Ariel learned the truth about many things, including the death of Kankichiro Iwai. They hurried to the high school after learning that Michio Shiraishi knew the whereabouts of Nijima's hideout. It's all 1 p.m. by the way, so there's like way more hours to go till the sun goes down. Boss, I just talked to Tatsumi the police.
Oh, what now?
They found an abandoned van in the Chiba Mountains that looked like it had been in an accident. They couldn't lift any fingerprints from it, but they found blood splatters on the front. And guess what? The blood is a perfect match for Michio's.
So it must have been the van that hit Michio.
You got it. It's all thanks to Yoshimi that we were able to find that out. The license plate had been removed though, and they even scrapped it off the vehicle identification number. It took a while to identify the owner. Now they're trying to figure out if the van was sighted anywhere between the scene of the crime and where it was dumped.
Got it. Thanks for the report. I guess we still can't rule out the possibility that Michio did commit suicide. She was so young. And all the adults in her life did was push her around.
But that van totally did kill. Maybe she walked into the van. She was like, I don't want to live anymore. I'm going in front of the van. Fuck this. Which is, obviously, suicide is bad, but like, goodness gracious, the things that woman, that little girl went through is just like, oh no. Oh no. Her stepdad forcing her to commit murders while beating both of his mom and her, and then just also going to school and the teacher just creeping on her. Like, just all bad.
He still doesn't look tired after all this running around. Wish I still had that stamina.
By the way, boss, we've confirmed that Michio died in a vehicular collision. But are we sure that it was really an accident?
Good question. I was wondering the same thing.
Damage done to the collision indicates that the driver was traveling at a considerable speed, but there were no brake marks to be found.
Exactly, which suggests that they may have been intentionally targeting Michio. Then what was the motive, you think?
Who would have a reason to kill Michio?
The first person that comes to mind is
Kichiro, EY. After all, she knew about his crimes. But then EY was supposedly able to control Michio by intimidation alone. Then there's the teacher who was taking advantage of Michio, Kohei Jinochi. But to say he killed her to stop people from finding out that he was blackmailing her doesn't seem likely somehow.
You're right. Though both of them have fallen prey to her curse.
That's true. In that case, it's quite possible she'll also decide to exact revenge on the person who ran her over.
Not just possible. She may have already done it last night, just like with EY.
Is there anything else that could have served as a motive?
A talisman, maybe. The one Yoshimi was looking for.
Oh! Do you think someone wanted to take it from her?
Well, the talisman wasn't found on her remains, nor in her house.
But doesn't a hit and run seem like too drastic a measure to go for a little talisman?
Then in the end, it might have just been an unfortunate accident after all.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Yeah, she just maybe walked in front of the van. Or she was just not paying attention. Either she did it on purpose or did it by accident, who knows.
Either way, what we need now is a testimony from Michio herself. With a bit of luck, we may be able to ask her what happened during the crash ourselves.
Yeah, I can't wrap my head around that particular development. I still have my doubts that it'll be so easy.
Either way, we won't be able to do this unless Mio and Yako turn up. I'd rather have them come sooner rather than later, but
I guess we just have to wait. Shall we head inside?
Alright then.
Oh, hey, Ario. I want to ask you something.
Hi, boss.
Geez, you're an eager beaver. I haven't even said what it is yet.
Right, well, what is it then? Can you remember what you had for dinner last night?
Looks like that agent over there is having some trouble with his pen. So if you got a spare, go lend it to him. And for the record, I had katsudon last night. No need to worry about me going senile just yet.
I know I look like a genius, but I didn't think I came across as the type to carry some spare pens on my person. Why is he asking him to do this?
You? A genius? You're dreaming.
But if his pen just stopped working, you can get it going again with a bit of nail polish remover.
Nail polish remover?
What type of facts do you have, buddy? I did not know that was a thing. Is that a thing? Is that just a myth? Yeah, you know. You used to remove nail polish. Have you used it before?
Do I look like I would have? Don't make it sound crazy for not having used this stuff. I doubt you have either.
Oh no, I use it alright. Did you know that it can remove oil-based ink stains? Which is also why it can be used to fix old dried up pen nibs. Whatever's in there that removes the ink also doubles as a way to unclog pens.
Good to know. Still, wouldn't call you a genius, but it's something.
You gotta make sure the remover doesn't mix with the ink, though, or it'll ruin it. What is this? Is this like JoJo? Like as if Araki went in JoJo, like he just... I've learned this factoid from a magazine. I would like to write it in my manga right now for some random reason. It's like... awesome.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose?
Not to worry. I don't have nail polish remover on me right now anyway.
Oh, no problem then. That doesn't fix anything.
Long story short, I don't have a spare pen.
What was this entire conversation about? Jeez, alright, I'll let him know.
Boss, I thought we were going away from Mio in the school.
Why this guy's talking about fucking nail polish remover? What's wrong with him? I guess we... Yeah, that's right. It's nice that we got permission to use the school as our base of operations. The principal and head teacher were a little reluctant at first, but they were convinced that it helped the investigation. Dealing with all this must be a real headache for those guys. I should thank him again later.
Especially since they found out that one of their teachers is a monster. Mockingbird number 15. That a duck? Yo, where's a duck? A mallard, maybe. Quack. What? Oh my lord. Do we go inside or just press move?
Alright, let's go walk inside the school. I'm sure they'll be here any moment. I wonder what they're doing.
That was a short one. What the heck is happening here?
Oh my god, what? Why is that? I'll see you again. Oh my goodness, that's as indeed the girl, isn't it?
That could just be a flashback. It's fine. If it isn't, she looks fantastic for a girl that was just hit by a car.
Alright, I guess we'll continue this one. That was a short one. The Record of Fate's Yin Scroll may contain a way to put a stop to the curse. Yako and Mio head back to Komagata High School to share the information with Tatsumi.
Ain't that interesting? The Record of Fate's Yin Scroll, huh?
Well done, you two. That's some good info you got from the teacher. Thank you.
Good job, boss. Operation Schoolgirl was a success. Please don't call it that.
Ariel, stop making things sound weird. Anyways, let's share what we found at the Michio Shiraishi's house.
Oh god. Oh yeah, let's fucking retell this story.
Yes, please.
Oh, you're not gonna want to say it that way.
Yes? A man named Iwai kidnapped sacrifices for black magic? And Michio helped with the kidnapping? And Mr. Jinochi used that to blackmail her?
She's not fazed by this.
Based on the report and looking at the circumstances surrounding the deaths of Jinochi and Iwai, if Michio Shiraishi did it, it would make sense. Furthermore, there are signs that Michio Shiraishi wanted someone to notice.
Huh? Really?
The ribbon that was left at the scene of Kohei's death is proof of that. Mio, I'm guessing you knew that already?
Yes. Ever since this morning. But there's one piece of information I need. But I think we're near her limit. Is this Michio? Is Yako...
Are we doing a switcheroo of bodies here? Like, how close does Michio look? Oh my god, they look really similar. They have the same brown eyes. They say they have the same black hair. They're not related, but one of them could totally be. Instead of this girl being the dead, being the alive one, she could be the dead one, and this one could be the alive one. And we've been playing as her the entire time. But then when we did the whole spirit seance thing, it kind of mixed up their souls in a body, and I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm scared. That's why she just didn't have an entire reaction to hearing about her entire family life. She's just like, yep, that's exactly what happened to me. Yep, that's my entire life. My life story. Neko's like, what? What are we talking about? I don't know.
So, if we get this Record of Fate's Yin Scroll, we'll be able to dispatch the curse. Dispel the curse. Yes, the source of this curse is a tragic event called the Honjo incident that dates back to the Edo period. An onmyoji named Seiman Tsuchimikado is said to have recorded a way to deal with the curse.
Oh, also okay, there's only one woman left. Now, I thought it was the old lady who was head of the soaps, but it could also be... Now I'm starting to think about it. It could be Natsuya Yamamori. Or... They did say the mastermind was a woman's voice. Where is she? I thought she was down here. What's her name again? I know there's a profile for her. Yeah, there she is. What if it was Mayu Chizawa? For some fucking reason. I don't know why. She was fine to killing her husband Hajime Yoshimi, but I mean, or her fiance. Or maybe when you found out he was dead, she was like, well, time to start the rite of resurrection. I need you all to collect all these soul dregs so I can revive my husband, guys. I just need to do that right now. I gotta revive the husband. That's what I need from you. So start doing it. So I think there might be a way to dispel the curse.
Right. I'll leave how to approach this to you, Mio. I'll check with Paranormal Affairs Bureau as well. But please make finding the record of Fate's Ginsko your top priority.
Understood. But how do we go about looking for it?
It's possible the descendant of Seimin have inherited it, but I don't think they're aware of its existence. It'd be nice if we had a clan crest or something to go off of. Maybe we'll have to ask Paranormal Affairs.
That reminds me. Mio, was the Western black magic used by Iwai and Nijima really just an imitation?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Oh, Boss said that you knew about this sort of thing.
Do you not?
Well, I mean, I have some knowledge, but... How strange. I don't think I've ever told anyone that.
It's okay, Mio. No one's judging you.
Right, but it still feels a little weird.
Come on, it's okay. Just talk to us about it. So, what's your opinion on it, as someone familiar with Western black magic?
If I could have looked at their grimoire, I could be sure, but... Based on their methods, I'd say they imitated black magic popular around 300 years ago. It was advertised as magic anyone could use and was employed as camouflage to evade witch hunters. It's notable because they purposely require living sacrifices to make it difficult to disprove its authenticity.
Wow, you know so much. I'm impressed. Totally matches with the vibe. It totally matches with the vibe you got going on.
What do you mean by that?
Don't worry, have some confidence.
Right. Thanks, I guess.
Yeah, have confidence about your knowledge about Western black magic.
If that black magic is just an imitation, then we probably don't have to worry about it.
I'm just glad things aren't getting even more confusing than they already are.
Alright, about the mastermind. I had an idea.
Huh? What is it?
This is about the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps, isn't it? You mentioned her when you were telling us about that EY person.
Yep. Whether the goal is to restore youth or to resurrect someone, she's got her hands all over this. She has money too. It would also match Hideki Araishi's account of a woman's voice.
An evil business lady with supernatural powers. Classic setting.
If only we could confirm those powers first were actually real.
We'll need to keep an eye on her. I'll tell headquarters to look into her.
So about Michio Shiraishi?
Now then, if we're nearing the limit, I'll stop beating around the bush. Time to tell it to you straight.
Yeah, we're Michio, aren't we?
Yako Sakazaki.
What? Me? Yes?
Take out your curse stone and give it to Mio.
My curse stone? It's just been in my pocket all this time. Thanks. I'm just going to borrow it for a second.
Well, it has soul dregs, doesn't it?
Yes. There are soul tricks inside after all.
What?
How did this happen? I didn't do anything. I swear you have to believe me. That's okay. We know.
Yako, calm down and listen to what I'm about to tell you.
Yakko, you're dead. I'm sorry.
But...
There's no mistake that Jinochi and Iwai were killed by that curse stone. But the one who committed the act is the ghost of Michio Shiraishi that is inside you, Yakko Sakazaki.
Okay, so yeah, alright. That is what I thought. I thought we were like, oh, let's actually go even crazier. The body switched. But no, the ghost of Michio is definitely inside her. But it could also still be my other theory. That theory is still up there. Somehow. Where Michio's actually still alive and she's just like, oh yeah, I just switched bodies with my friend. That would be funny, right, guys? Oh, fun little trick.
Say what? What? Inside me? What?
What do you mean?
Well, what do you mean? It's okay, Yakko. Please calm down and listen. You've been possessed, Yakko. By Michio's ghost. What? It probably happened when you were offering flowers at the site of the accident. Filled with regret, her lingering ghost reacted to the presence of her old friend and entered you, Yakko. No way. You mean Michio's ghost is inside me? I've explained this once before. But just because you've been possessed doesn't mean that you lose control of yourself. Normally the mind will reject such attempts and do nothing more than affect one's mood or energy levels. But Michio had powerful spirit sense to begin with. And because she was your friend, your mind was open to accepting Michio's spirit. So for those reasons, your minds merged without any issue. It's going to be difficult to separate her from you at this point, which also means it will be difficult to guide her spirit to the afterlife. No way. We've merged? Me and Michio's minds are... But I don't feel different at all. I mean, I'm me, I think.
That's because after she...
That's because after she merged with you, Michio started to believe she was you as well.
No, you both are starting to believe each other is in the body.
As a ghost possessing you, she's not fully conscious, only really a jumble of vague memories. Still, there are traces of her consciousness in memories as Michio Shiraishi. You've been acting a little different from usual. You would also sometimes react when coming into contact with things with a powerful influence. Really? That having been said, if we don't have a proper understanding of the regrets Michio Shiraishi had when she died, and why, it would be difficult to separate her from you. That's why I didn't say anything. I'm sorry. If I carelessly provoked her ghost, it could have risked causing her to dig even deeper into your mind. Oh no. When we mentioned the limits earlier, we mean that by letting things proceed like this, there's a possibility that you will join completely, making it impossible to separate her ghost from you. If that happens, you'll never be able to tell which of your thoughts belong to her and which belong to you. What? That's so scary. You mean I won't be myself anymore? But if it's Michio, then maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Oh, I don't know. What should I do?
If it's Michio, do you, as you know, listen, it's very tragic what happened to Michio, but I don't think you want Michio's brain thoughts inside of you. Do you understand how much trauma that girl has gone through? You don't need to put that much into your brain, girl. It's not a good idea. You have to separate. She has to pass on.
But... was this Michio?
But... It was actually Michio who used the curse stone while I was unaware, wasn't it? Doesn't that mean her ghost has already taken over my body? But... Well, about that... I think that's probably the effect of the curse amplifying murderous impulses and the influence of the Feast of Shadows. While you were sleeping, the ghost's powers were boosted. And strengthened by the feast, Michio's consciousness surfaced and took control of your body. Then that means... I was the one who killed them?
Yeah, sadly.
I cursed curse them both? Yako, no! You were being controlled. Right, Inspector?
Yeah, that's right. It's likely she'd recognize us not being responsible for the crime due to the possession. It's not something you can control. No need to worry about that.
No, you're wrong. I wanted to kill them too. Those feelings must have come out. It's not only Michio's fault. I mean, when I learned that Michio didn't commit suicide, I wish that all the cruel adults around me would just die. I had the cursed stone with me. I wanted to get revenge over Michio when the chance came. That's how I felt. Yako! Because Michio wasn't able to escape her terrible situation. It was so hard. It would be unusual for someone to take their own life.
Oh.
And I had this cursed stone. I made Michio get revenge all by herself. Michio tried so hard to keep on living in silence, and I treated those feelings like they were worthless. I should have done it myself right away. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Michio. That's why I killed them. Yako. There you are. Oh, hi, Michio. What's up with you? You've had me worried sick since you haven't been coming to school lately. It feels like it's been forever. I'm glad to see you seem to be doing good. Yeah. Sorry. And I'm sorry I didn't tell you why. I've always regretted it. Oh, come on. You're acting like we were buds. You tell me if anyone's making you sad and I'll take care of them. Thanks, Yako. Actually, I'm here because there's something I wanted to tell you. Really? What's the matter? You can tell me anything. Is this a flashback or is this in her mind? Well, the truth is, I did something unforgivable to an innocent man. Saying that I was forced to, I didn't have a choice, doesn't undo it. I'm sorry. I feel so guilty.
Aw, this poor girl. That sucks, man.
What? I've done so much I can't take back. All because I was weak. There's no escaping the hell that I've created for myself. I couldn't handle it anymore. I started thinking about killing him and dying myself. Neither of us deserve to live in this world. What? But something went wrong. And that's why I died with regrets. But thanks to you, I finished what I wanted to do. Thank you. And I'm sorry for dragging you into this.
I love these two. They teamed up to murder a bunch of assholes. Let's fucking go.
What? Wait, you don't need to apologize. It's only now that I realize. And I know how selfish it is. But I hope you remember the time we spent together as friends and how we were able to be together at the end. Please, don't forget me. Huh? No, Michio, wait!
Is the ghost gone?
Huh? You're awake. Do you feel okay? I'm sorry I had to spring that all on you, Yako. What? Are we in the classroom? Huh? Was I dreaming?
I'm sorry to rush this along while you're still gathering your feelings, but we need to hear what Michio Shiraishi has to say now.
Right. And so, after considering what to do, is it true that Michio's consciousness has mixed with yours? But if I summon her ghost, we may be able to establish some communication. Oh, I understand.
Yep, we're doing this, baby.
So you thought to use the spirit board again? Yep, I have a hunch. I think the spirit we called last time may have actually been Michio herself. Really, you think? And that her spirit has been close to you ever since then. Then let's do it. I think we should. And I want to hear from her. Very well. I have no idea if this will work during daytime, but let's give it a try. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, here we go. Do you remember how to do it? Place your finger on the 10 yen coin. E. Right, like this. Good. Now do as I do. O Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. O Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Please tell us if you are there.
I thought I was moving it.
It's here. Now, is it the spirit of Michio? Neko, will you ask the spirit? Alright. O Spectre of the Spirit Board, are you the spirit of Michio Shirishi?
Yep.
It said yes! Don't be so sure. Some spirits like to play tricks. Can you try asking a question only Michio would know the answer to? Question only Michio know the answer to. Let's see then. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. How much did the ribbon I bought with Michio cost?
$490! Oh, 490 yen.
490 yen! That's right! Well, it seems we have the right spirit. Okay. Can I ask her a question? Okay. What do you want me to ask her? I want you to ask about the location of Fumichika Nijima's hideout and the location of the talisman as well. Okay.
Probably more important.
Fumichika Nijima's hideout. Where is it? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please tell me the location of Fumichika Nijima's hideout.
Don't you dare go to no. They don't know? Damn it.
Please. Terrible things will happen if he isn't captured soon. I'm sure it's painful to try and remember, but you're the only one who can help us, Michio. Please. It moved. This is an address! She's giving us the address! Amazing. Thank you, Michio. Okay. I have the address. Thank you.
Alright, Ariel. Get a move on and check out that address.
Yes, sir. I'll contact headquarters and order a simultaneous house search and sweep over the area. I just hope the information is accurate. I know it is.
Alright, where is the talisman?
Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, do you know what the talisman you had is? She does know. I wonder if we can find a way to narrow it down. I'll try asking. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, did you carry around the talisman with you at all times?
Oh.
She did carry it with her. Then, did you have it with you when you had your accident?
Yes. Oh.
Huh? She had it with her? But there was nothing resembling a talisman in the articles left behind at the scene.
That means someone took it with them and ran off with it before the scene was investigated.
But who would do that? This would mean someone knew Michio had died before the police did.
The first person discovered the report. It was like the caretaker of the apartment building next door. Should we check with them?
Let's see. The other possibility I can think of is the perpetrator of the hit and run. But it was a hit and run. Wouldn't they have ran away? It might be possible they came back, driven by fear or something else.
Even if so, they didn't report it and it went through her belongings. But to only take the talisman seems hard to believe. Unless they were after the talisman from the very beginning.
How likely is that? If the talisman really is so special.
Ariel mentioned the same thing, but to run someone over just to take something from them. It's possible they just picked up the talisman after hitting her for no particular reason. Either way, if it really was a hit and run, then I hope they get caught.
Oh, I hope it really was a hit and run. I hope they get caught. It's possible she remembers something after seeing that picture of her car. Then, shall we try asking? I'll try. Who was responsible for the hit and run, oh Spectre of the Spirit Board? No, I thought he was asking something. Okay, yeah. Do you know who was behind the hit and run? She's saying she knows. That's a relief. If she hadn't known. Huh? In order for Michio's spirit to find peace, we need as much detailed information about what happened as possible. We can't send her off to the afterlife if we don't know what happened when she died. This isn't like a forced exorcism. Huh. So that's what it'll take. Alright, I'll try asking. Right. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Who was the one who ran you over? I hope she knows the name. I wonder. N. Namigaki. Namigaki. Huh? Namigaki?
What? You mean Yutaro Namagaki? You two know him?
We talked with him after we left the cafe. He used to be a curse bearer, right? Ah, I see. So that's why Yako had that reaction when she saw him. What? Come to think of it, that guy said he wanted to talk about Michio.
What? The hell is he planning without his curse stone?
He said he'd be waiting near Ryogoku Bridge.
Got it. I'll join you there once we're done.
He's the bastard who killed Michio? Yako. This should be enough information. We can release Michio from her suffering now. Let's do it. Alright. How do we do that? Say goodbye. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. No. Michio. Thank you. You helped us. You know, I'm so sorry I didn't know about it all. Your family, the kidnapping, Mr. Jinochi. I'm so sorry. It must have been so hard. Not that I could understand, but I'm sure it was so hard. I mean, of course you would want revenge. I wanted it too. We've all done things that we wish we could take back. But I'm glad that I at least know the truth. Yako. There's so much I want to say, but that's enough. Let me just ask you one last thing. Someday, can we hang out again? Oh. You mean it? Okay. It's a promise. Maybe in the afterlife. Or maybe she'll visit as a ghost. Have you asked everything you wanted? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to guide Michio's spirit now. Yeah. It's time to say goodbye. Michio, with this, I'll finally be able to free you. Hey, Yako. Yeah? You never accepted the idea that Michio took her own life. I'm glad you never stopped trying to find the truth. Oh. Yeah. You're right. Even though I didn't realize just how hard things were for her. Mio? Aww. Sorry. It's just Michio. She was taken advantage of by so many adults around her. She put up with so much. I should have tried and talked with her more. I know how you feel. Thanks, Mio. It hurts thinking about all of the things I could have done. Why did this have to happen to someone kind and hardworking? It feels like she was ill-fated to the very end. It's just too cruel. But even then, she didn't even tell me about this stuff. And she lets herself worry about revenge than living? I'm mad at her for that. Sure, I should have noticed something was wrong, but come on. What was she thinking? Seriously. I mean, seriously. Am I really that unreliable? Of course I'd help you get your revenge, you idiot. I don't care how you were changed or whatever. I just wanted you to live. Yako. I'll take responsibility for what's been done. But one day, if we meet her on the other side, I'm gonna have to give her a good punch. Then I'll tell her she's the real fool's possession, or something. Then we'll hang out, like always. Sounds like fun. Alright, I'm sending her off, okay? Oh, wait! Look! The coin, it moved to no all on its own. You're right. When did it do that? It seems she still has something keeping her here. Yako, do you have any idea what Michio wants? Me? Oh! Please, don't forget me. I think she told me that she didn't want me to forget. I see. Then, Michio, if you can hear my voice, let your feelings that you won't ever forget her be known. Show it through an action. What? Do something that shows you won't forget. Oh my goodness. Is it saving? No way. It's actually saving. I was like, huh? Oh, it's saving the file. Thank you. That's fucking sick. I was like, okay, if I save, is that really... Though, I don't really want you to punch me. So live a long life, okay? I'll see you later. Dude, that was sick. I was like, is it saving? Maybe it is. Although I was gonna look at other things. Oh, that's so cool. I'll keep that safe somewhere, right there. Save in the search slot there. Yeah, it saves you twice. Don't have to overwrite later. Now we could go here, but I don't know. It could be more stuff. Okay. It's almost 8 o'clock. I think we should call it there.
Yeah, that's a good place to call it. That was a nice little thing. That was really sweet. That was very sad. Oh, story very sad. As mindfucky it is, it's also very sad. There's still many things that we don't know, but it's good that we had the answer to that. Oh. But that was also fun. This was a very good game, very fun times. We still have to talk to Namagaki. What's his name? I'm looking for his name. It's hard to find. There's so many names. Yeah, Yutaro Namagaki. He apparently ran over Michio. We want to know why. He then also apparently picked up a talisman for some reason. Maybe someone else picked it up. The housekeeper from the house picked it up. And, well, if there's a housekeeper, then the only one to remember is Yoko Fukunaga. Yoko Fukunaga, a character we have not talked to in, like, ages, is still has to be involved to some degree. She said she was using the right of resurrection to revive her dog, but I mean, that could be a lie. It says now working as a housekeeper, so she's definitely a housekeeper. She maybe picked up the talisman and has it with her. Shogo Oki, sadly just died in the beginning of the game, and his entire canon route seems to be him being dead. But I do wonder if he'll come back in some way, shape, or form. But for now, that is really it, huh? But yes. Next time we continue, we're gonna go to Ryogoku Bridge and meet Namagaki and maybe kick his ass. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll continue this just tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna finish the game. I have no idea how long the game is. I can only gather by the time of day. It's like 1 p.m. in the game, and if it reaches like sundown, the killer is gonna just murder everybody. So I mean, who knows? But we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's tomorrow, I guess. We'll try tomorrow. Yeah.